Hey everybody, it's me, Mattspurs, and I'm back again with another Tottenham Hotspur video. Before we begin, I just want to mention that if you haven't done so already, please make sure you subscribe to my channel for more Tottenham Hotspur related content. In today's video, we're going to go through the match between Southampton and Tottenham Hotspur, which finished Southampton 2, Tottenham Hotspur 5. Goals from Son Heung Min and one from Harry Kane ensured the victory. Danny Ings scored both of Southampton's goals, which included one from the penalty spot. In terms of the statistics, let's go through them a little bit. In terms of possession, again, Southampton, and I find this with most Tottenham games recently, that Tottenham kind of concede possession. So Southampton had 52% possession to Tottenham Hotspur's 48%. However, obviously we scored 5 goals from 9 shots. Southampton had 14 shots, 7 were on target, whereas we had 9 shots and only 6 were on target. Obviously our accuracy is much better than theirs because out of 6 shots on target, we scored 5 of them. In terms of the defence, we made 21 clearances, which is interesting. Maybe the defence could have done better with the first goal. I mean, Eric Dyer and Davinson Sanchez should both look at themselves. I don't think they communicate well enough to each other. Obviously, they've played together a few times, but I don't think they've kind of created a good partnership. I think it's either got to be Dyer and Alderweireld, or Sanchez and Alderweireld, to be honest with you. Otherwise, I think it might take a long time for them to get well and gel with each other. I think it's an exciting partnership because they're both quite young, but Dyer is quite inexperienced as a central defender, and maybe even Davinson too. He's still quite a young chap as well. Alderweireld, I think, gives us a little bit of a more experience, a little bit more steel in defence. Other than that, though, I felt in terms of everything, I think we did very well. I think second half we were much better, and we scored 4 fantastic goals after the break. Harry Kane obviously supplying Son for 3 of them in the second half, and obviously Eric Lamela came on, hit the post with his shot, and it came back and Kane tapped it into the net, so Kane got a tap in. But it's really exciting that Kane and Son Heung Min kind of hitting it off and playing really well together. Every time Kane got the ball, and because of Southampton playing a very high line, Kane just got the ball and he just clipped it in behind every time, and the Son was through because he was coming off of Kyle Walker-Peters, and I don't think Kyle Walker-Peters had a great game, really. I mean, the first half he did okay. He got an assist for the first goal that Southampton scored, but you could see why Jose Mourinho didn't fancy him, because Son was just enjoying the space that Kyle Walker-Peters was leaving behind him every time. And I think all of the goals came from that area. All of them through balls as well from Kane. Just a special mention as well to Tanguy Ndombele, because I felt Tanguy Ndombele had a good 45 minutes. I think I saw a statistic that said that he won 100% of his duels, which is fantastic, really, because we need a bit of steel in the midfield. I know we've got Pierre-Emile Højbjerg for that, but he had an okay game. I think he did better today than the last match against Everton. But Højbjerg and Winks is not a partnership, really, that we need to be looking at going forward. Maybe against Orient on Tuesday, but not really going forward. I think they're a bit samey. I think Højbjerg and an attacking player, or Winks and an attacking player, is probably a little bit better, to be honest with you. Lloris had another great game, made a fantastic save in the first half, but other than that, didn't really have anything to do. Doherty, I felt, was all right, made some good runs, and made an assist pretty much for the first goal, which was offside. So he did okay. I think he's definitely better than Aurier. I feel much more confident. He might not be playing at his 100% best at the moment because he's still fitting in, still getting his fitness, but still makes me feel better than Aurier. Davis, I felt, did okay. Made a great goal-saving tackle in the first half. Dyer and Sanchez could be better. I felt Sanchez was the better of the two, though. I don't know if maybe it wasn't Dyer's best game. Højbjerg, much better performance from him. Typical performance from Winks, I think he did okay. And Ndombele, I felt really well in the first half. It probably was saving him for another match, but Ndombele again created the first goal from winning a tackle, and then his little pirouette, fantastic play from the Tottenham player. Just something we want to see of more. Lucas Moura had a really quiet game. I don't know whether it's because he's got a lot of pressure on his shoulders now that Bale is back at Spurs, and he's looking and thinking maybe I'm not going to be playing much, but needs to back up his ideas really. Looking at his contribution to the goals and assists, it's not been good enough really from Lucas Moura. He makes a lot of runs, runs around a lot like a headless chicken sometimes, makes some tackles, gets stuck in, but that's about it. Son Heung Min, fantastic performance, 4 goals, without a doubt, fantastic performance. Yeah, I agree with Jose. I felt Harry Kane, fantastic performance, 4 assists and 1 goal. We need Harry Kane to kind of like be a provider. He almost became Christian Eriksen, I felt, in that match. So well done to those two. I think the link-up play between Kane and Son is promising, especially with Gareth Bale coming through. I felt Giovanni Lo Celso made a good impact. Again, another 45 minutes for him under his belt. If we can just get Ndombele and Lo Celso on the pitch together, I think we can definitely be a force in midfield. Lamela came on and did pretty well, pretty bright. I think out of all of the attacking players in the front, Lucas Moura was a bit quiet, but I felt Lamela made some impact. I think could have had 2 goals. I think Stevie Bergwijn didn't really have enough minutes to really make an impact into the game. But anyway, what do you think? What do you think about the game? Did you enjoy it? Is there something we could do better? Is there something we need to do in the transfer market? For me, I think we should be looking at a centre-back and a striker. I've heard of Wakehorst, I think his name was reported yesterday. He's a Wolfsburg striker. And obviously Ruben Dias, the Benfica centre-back. They are maybe 2 players we're looking at currently. But I think to buy both of them, it will cost maybe £50 million. And I guess we're going to have to offload a couple of players. Maybe one of them will have to be Dele Alli. If we're going to play this 4-3-3 system or this 3-4-3 system, Dele Alli is not going to be in there. So I can see the reason why Dele may be the one who is sold, because he's going to command a £50 million transfer fee probably. And if we can get £50 million for Dele Alli, we can spend that £50 million on a striker and a defender. So I can definitely see it. I don't think Jose Mourinho fancies him either. And he's been a bit off for the past 2 seasons. And maybe, to be honest with you, I wouldn't like to let him go. I'd be happier for a loan deal for a year and then he'd come back. But if he's not going to play and be a part of Jose's plans, and we want to win trophies and everything, and we don't need him sulking around a little bit, so maybe it's better we let him go. What do you think? Let me know in the comments. And what do you think about the game on Tuesday? Do you think we should play the kids? For me, on Tuesday, I think Sirkin, Harvey White, and maybe Jack Clark should all get a start in that game. I'm also looking forward to seeing Carter Vickers play, Ryan Sessegnon play, and maybe even Jedson Fernandez play. Another player that I think we should probably say goodbye to as well. Maybe let Jedson go back to Benfica. Anyway, thank you so much for watching today's video. Let me know all of your comments. Let me know all of your thoughts in the comments below. And until the next time, come on you Spurs.